Hello, 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 and away we go. I am Andre C. Right over here is my co-host, the beautiful, the effervescent, the stardom of Andrea Melball. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I am doing great, Andre. What an introduction. Yeah, it's been a fun day. I have company. I had a good gym day. I made some meal preps. I watched some wrestling. It's all a good day. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I've been up for since 4 a.m. It's now 9 p.m. Yeah, long day because I woke up. My body just said, "Nope, you're not sleeping anymore. Go finish watching the wrestling you're supposed to watch." And I was like, "Shit, I should do that."
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. That
I
would be
wasn't.
this show.
I wasn't planning to get up. Well, no, I was still finishing the last show we did. Uh, I was finishing that one up and
Oh
then
dear.
watching this show because I also had a. I had it. I was watching it at like 1.5 times the speed. So yeah,
Fair, fair.
but yeah, look, good times. Tired but good. Just loving talking to you about professional wrestling. Uh,
Yeah.
Picked up some very expensive tools in my store for a small fraction of the price. Like I'm
Very
talking, like
nice.
it cost me like next to nothing for these very expensive tools.
Wow. Here I am just excited that I finally got a charger for the battery for the drill that I've had for the last 7 years.
Hey, I got a charger for my battery for my Sawzall. Look out!
We live very different lives, my friend.
We do. We very much do. But the one thing we live for the same in our lives is talking professional wrestling. But
Yes.
the other thing we live for in our lives is all of you guys. We appreciate all of you so very, very much. So please keep liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, commenting down below because we love hearing from you. We love talking to you about professional wrestling. Don't forget to hit that the notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Hello, and don't forget to share out those videos, or share out our videos, so that we can maybe reach a bigger audience. Just randomly share them on social media. We're cool with that.
Share them on social media, share them on the street, share them by pigeon, every
I
avenue.
yeah, share them by pigeon. I'm down. Woohoo! Woohoo! Wait, no, that's an owl.
That's definitely an owl.
I can't do pigeon. I can't do pigeon. I can't do pigeon.
You sound like my cat about to hork up a hairball. Jesus, Murphy. Sir, let's talk some wrestling when you're
Yeah,
done dying.
let's talk some wrestling before I die. We're
Ah,
gonna kick it. We're talking Stardom from January 20th, the first night of the Stardom Awards. We're gonna go quickly over who won the awards on night two. But this was the card with the big matches on, in my opinion. Yes, there was an anniversary match on the second night. We're not gonna talk about that though, because that show wasn't out today when I watched this show.
mm.
So we haven't had a chance to watch it yet. We kick it off. It's a 1-on-3 handicap match. It's Megan Bayne versus the weirdest mismatch of a team I've ever seen. Queen's Quest. Wait, was Lady C supposed to be in this match? Wait,
Yeah, I don't know, but she was.
yeah. Okay, my brain is not working. My brain is working backwards. Queen's Quest, Lady C, God's Eyes, Saki Kashima, and Cosmic Angels, Yuna, Missy, Mori. Bane and Saki, you're double teaming, or sorry, Bane and or C and Yuna are double teaming Bane early on. Saki's hiding in the corner. Bane fights them off, proceeds to beat the heck out of Saki before C and Yuna make the save. This is where Saki is. They go to whip Saki into Bane, and Bane, she just runs for the ropes and slides under and runs away. Bane does that fall away slam Samoan drop thing to Yuna and C. Saki breaks up the pin. Bane fights off the big old Cesaro swing by Lady C. I would have liked to see that. I really would have. Um, Hair
I think
pull.
that would have
Nope.
been quite a feat for Lady C to be able to lift up Megasis, though.
Would have been
That
impressive. I
woman is
know.
solid muscle.
I know Tyler Bate over in WWE. His goal in 2024 is to do the Cesaro swing, or the as he calls the airplane swing, onto Almost that big giant black dude from Mania last year. Yeah, he wants to do it to him. The dude that's like twice his size, like literally.
Tyler Bate, the little mustachio guy.
Yeah, he wants to spin Almost.
Mini Mustachio
Yeah,
wants to spin.
Mini Trent Seven. Yeah.
You know, go for it, my guy. The journey will be funny to watch.
Yeah, so Yuna and C are trying to do a double backdrop to Megan Bayne. They can't, but Saki comes in and pulls the hair of Bayne, and they get the double backdrop, and then they get the triple stack pin, but Bayne kicks out at 2. Bayne stops a Kishikase attempt and hits F5s to all 3 opponents and pins all 3 at once to get her win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good match.
This was a great match. This is a great opener. And everything about Megan Bayne's trip over in Japan has just been top notch. To think that she was sent over here to improve. I improve what? She had one or two, like one, maybe her first match was a little like iffy, but just everything after has been just a tidal wave of just power, and just she has this unnatural charisma that just oozes off of her with doing nothing. It's incredible. She doesn't have to say anything. She doesn't have to do anything. She just looks at you in a certain way and she gets her point across. She beat the hell out of these 3 girls, though. She showed exactly what she's capable of doing. My goodness. Lord help us if they don't know how to utilize this woman here in AEW. Because, like, literally, did you not watch any of the shit? Hello. She had the match of the year in my books with Julia. And like, if you know that match was just off the chain. That is what you guys have to look forward to from Megan Bayne. I felt that Lady C and Yuna were definitely united in this match against Bayne. Saki was kind of useless. She was kind of useless. That being said, though, she served her purpose. She did a couple of things in there to show that Bayne could power through technicality stuff, as well as the power from Yuna, as well as the power from Lady C. I felt that this was a great way to. This was essentially like, you remember that Braun match where your favorite wrestler Michael Richard Blaze was in there with a few other guys, and that's what it felt like, but with women.
Yeah.
But I feel like these ladies got a little bit more offense.
Much.
On Bayne more than the guys got off on Braun, which, different era, like area. So yeah, it makes sense to me to see the difference. Feel that was a little more right, though. I like seeing the offense of the other people and seeing that there could potentially be a kink, a weakness in the chain that never ends, that is Megan Bayne. However, there is not. She's just awesome. That's my girl crush right there. Her and Micah. Team girl crush.
There you go.
So good.
At least she'll get half. Hey, your girl crush is good. We're getting some news with my girl crush. So hey, we'll talk about that in a bit here.
Yes.
But we're going to talk about a gauntlet tag match, not for the tag team titles. It is Queen's Quest Azumi and Miyu Amasaki versus Queen's Quest Sayaka Matani and Tamiya Yoshida versus Oedo Tai's Rina and Ruaka versus Stars Saida and Yuzuki versus Rana Yamagi and Sayaka Kurara. Kurara.
Okay, are you having a stroke? Do I need to call somebody?
No. So we started off with Azumi and Miyu Amasaki versus Rana Yamagi and Sayaka Kurara. I have one note.
Kurara.
I have two notes for this match. Rana and Azumi trading PKs to the back looked great, and then Rana goes for one but pulls the armbar. Let's go. Azumi pins Sayaka Kurara with the Euro clutch for the win at 4 minutes and 33 seconds. So the next team out is a Oedo Tai, which is Ruaka and Rina. Miyu hits a pendulum DDT on Rina for 2. Beautiful inverted suplex by Rina for 2. Rina ends up pinning Miyu Amasaki with the Gory special or the Pink Devil, I think it's called, but it's the Gory special at 8 minutes and 49 seconds of this match. Saya Kamatani and Utami Ashita, the tag team champions, are out next. Queen's Quest cheating right away, doing the double teaming Rina immediately. Queen's Quest, I don't know, how did you do that?
The index finger is out, dude.
Just that? Just like that?
Yeah, and then the middle finger. Just...
Okay.
Pride trim.
All right. You can teach me in person. Ruaka hits the running cross on the bottom ropes to Saya for 2. Double team by Oedo Tai, and Ruaka hits the fisherman suplex with the bridge for 2. Air raid crash by Utami to Ruaka, but the pin gets broken up. At the end of this match comes top rope dropkick. The top rope dropkick German combo by Queen's Quest to Ruaka, and Utami hits the bridge in German for the win at 11 minutes and 51 seconds. So we come down to the final two teams. It is one half of the New Blood Tag Team Champions, Saya Iida, and her tag team partner, Yuzuki, teaming up to face Saya Kamatani and Utami Hayashida. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, well, I know who's winning this. Like, as soon as I saw this graphic, I knew who was winning this. It was, like, just...
Yeah.
At least if it would have finished with Rina and Ruaka or Miyu and Azumi, then I would have believed it. Like a possibility, like Miyu and Azumi getting a quick win over the Goddess champions, and then maybe setting themselves up for interfaction tag team fun match at a show. Sure, that makes sense. Rina and Ruaka getting that sneaky win, Oedo Tai style, and getting a shot and losing for the titles. Sure. Saya and Yuzuki, no freaking way. Sayaka and Rana, no freaking way. I'm sorry. Like, just...
It's fair.
No.
It's fair. I mean, we also got to keep in mind, Kamitani and Utami both coming back from injury very suddenly, picking up that win to win the Goddess of Stardom titles very, very quickly. We need to build them. We need the build that should have happened before they won the title. They're kind of doing it backwards. Now they're kind of like, I feel like this match was a justification of like, look at the teams that we threw at them. They were still able to go through a few of them. Like, yeah, does make sense. But I do agree. I think it would have made more sense to have... I actually think Oedo Tai would have been the better one to end it off with.
Yeah.
But they could have... I think the order could have been a lot better. Yeah, for sure. I did really like the beginning part, though, with Kurara and Rana. Yes, that one. Rana, those kicks, so good. But the way she tricked Azumi, exchanging those kicks and then just tricking her into that armbar, so smart. I have opinions about where she's ending up. I am questioning if she's ending up in the right place.
She is.
Which we'll talk about at the end. We'll discuss. We'll discuss it. You talking about cheating there? Oedo Tai also kind of came in there, not wasting any time against Miyu and Azumi. Jumping them pretty quick. I really enjoy it, though. I mean, it is what they do. Ruaka, though, really, really impressive. Just flexing her power, especially against O2 Line. Throwing Miyu and Azumi around like they were nothing. So cool. I love seeing her do that. But then being able to just turn around with those crisp moves and just that I love her dives, her jumps, her everything is just so good. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say on this one except for the machine gun jumps from Ida, always great. I felt that Ida and Yuzuki actually worked very well together as a tag team. I think that they'd be just as functional as Ida and Hanan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I
So
got.
yeah, I'm gonna go over the last match. It's Saida and Yuzuki versus Saya
Oh yeah,
Kamitani
yeah.
and Tommy Ishida. Yeah, Ida with the machine gun chops on the ropes to Atami. Then gets that big double gorilla chop. Yuzuki showing just great fire when she's in there with Saya Kamitani. Gets that rope walk assisted bulldog off the top for 2. Kamitani in the end though hits the springboard cross for 2. Then Yuzuki reverses the Star Crusher. Gets a roll up, but that gets broken up. Magic Killer by Queen's Quest and Saya Kamitani hits the big boot, roundhouse kick, and the Senpu Kyaku, which is that osprey spin into the that downward kick,
Kick, yeah.
and gets the win. In I think it was 18 overall, 18 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, this match didn't feel not 20 minutes. Like it felt a little longer than I expected, but I enjoyed the ride of this one. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to this one.
Yeah. So we are going to move on. We're going to be moving through the show quick. It's mainly two main matches that we have to talk about in this one.
Yes.
We get Julia, Mai Sakurai, and Suzuki taking on Oedo Tai, Momo Watanabe, Natsuki Tora, and Starlight Kid. Seems like we're missing somebody so far tonight from Oedo Tai. I wonder where she is. Ruining a semi-main event. Mai being antagonized, and antagonizing shit early on, posing to piss off Tora, and Tora ends up running her out, and she poses herself. Then away, goes all out on the floor, tossing their opponents in the chairs. Starlight Kid even does a pose on top of, while she's kneeling on Julia, who's in the chairs. It's so good.
Loved it.
They get the triple team, and Tora gets the Samoan drop for 2. Mai dodges in the corner, hits a bulldog, gets a paradise lock on Momo, and tags in Suzu, who drop kicks her in the hip to unlock it. Very long distance drive by drop kick by Suzuki. You pointed this one out. You mentioned this one to me a couple days ago before I watched it. Suzu and Julia roll Momo into a double straight jacket choke. I was like, ooh, that was different. High cross off the top by Starlight Kid to Julia. She hits the standing moonsault for 2. Julia responds with a Falcon Arrow for 2. Mai gets the STF on Starlight Kid, but she fights to get to the ropes. Excuse me. Julia and Suzu stop Starlight Kid up top, and they hit the double superplex. And then Mai picks her up, hits a bridging suplex for 2. The Grapevine Boston Crab by Mai Sakurai, because it looked like she tied the legs up and they pulled the leg back like single leg crab style.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really cool. But it gets broken up. She gets triple teamed by Oedo Tai. Starlight Kid hits the twisting frog splash for 2. She follows it up with the bridging tiger suplex, and Starlight Kid gets the victory. Very surprising here. I didn't expect that ending. Personally.
I didn't either. I don't want to put her down, but I definitely actually thought that Starlight Kid would be taking the fall as opposed to giving it, which gives me hope because she has had a little bit of a rough start since coming back from her ankle injury. So I would like to see her kind of literally and figuratively hit the ground running. I really enjoyed them making fun of Mai's pose. It was a great spot also for Tora, I think, in the beginning, because she isn't really known. Well, she does do these comedy spots, but they're kind of few and far between. She's usually quite the serious character. I enjoyed seeing it, seeing her make fun of it, seeing her play around with it. Tora has become one of my favorite villain wrestlers in the business very quickly. Um, let's see here. Yeah, Mai and Julia getting tossed around in the crowd. The Paradise Lock with Momo was funny. Um, I love Momo. I really am hoping to see her kind of build a little bit more in this year. So I feel like she's kind of been that person that people throw into a match when you know that you want to have a good match, but don't quite get, like, you know that there's not going to be an exchange of a title, for example. And that upsets me because I feel like Momo has worked very, very hard. She's almost like the Kenta of stardom, where she works very, very hard and gets very, very, very little thanks for it. I'm hoping that changes soon. Yeah, the drive by with Susie was hilarious, going all the way back to the back of the gymnasium, running all the way back in. I honestly expected her to be caught because I did see Tora kind of lurking around the corner there. So I thought, how funny would that be if Susie was running in full tilt for this drive by and then suddenly just gets speared out of nowhere by Tora? It didn't happen, but it would be cool to see it in the future. Just saying. Um, yeah, the German bridge pin by Starlight Kid again shocked me like it shocked you. I wasn't expecting that, but it's nice to see Julia still hanging out with Mai until she does whatever she's doing, wherever she's going. And it's still nice to see her also with Suzu. I really like how Suzu, Julia, and Mai actually all work together. I felt that they were a really great unit. I hope that Suzu and Mai kind of stick together a little bit after Julia does whatever it is that she does wherever she goes.
Yeah, I want to see. I'd like to see where Mai goes in her career when she doesn't have the leadership from Julia. Because again, she's still kind of following Julia, and you've seen her working with her a bunch, even since the breakup. But I'm looking forward to seeing what she does on her own.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah. So we move on to the fourth match of the show. It's Hanako and Maika versus Club Venus's. Club Venus, let's go. Courtesy of Melball, thank you very much. Mina Shirakawa and the returning Waka Tsukiyama. Let's go.
It was so nice to hear her music again. Love her music.
You didn't care for her gear though.
No, I did not. I am not a Wakatitty girl. I like not seeing Wakatitties. I like what is happening in this picture right here.
Yeah.
This is great gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
let's talk about that at the end though, because we can talk about that after.
Well, I just need to say it's her red gear just gone pink. That's all it is.
I like the pink gear better than the red though.
Yeah, it is better, but again, it still pales in comparison to this. Pales in comparison to her Moonlight Fantasy gear, whatever you want to call it. The white gear.
Yeah, that gear is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, so Waka's getting slammed around early by Maika and Hanako. Hanako gets a Boston Crab. Waka fights the ropes. Mina comes in, slamming Hanako's face in the corner, then does that over the top and then come down like axe kick thing or like reverse axe kick thing. I don't know how to call it. I just love that over the top kick she does. Maika and Mina trading shots back and forth at the center. Maika gets the backdrop, and Mina comes back with one of her own. And then hits the spinning forearm, dropping Maika, which I was like, ooh, she dropped the champ. Waka avoids a slam, gets the Waka ride on Maika, while Mina gets a figure four on Hanako. It's for the ref, like, did the count on the people that aren't legal in the ring, but I was like, why the fuck are you counting them? Leave them alone.
Yeah.
They're not affecting anything here. Maika gets a sleeper on Mina, she gets a sleeper on Waka, but Mina breaks it up, and she gets the knee off the top, and Mina gets the knee off the top, and Waka hits the straight jacket slam to Maika. Double choke slam by Hanako and Maika to Waka for 2. Waka slips out of a slam by Hanako and gets the tiger roll for 2. Maika back in. She hits the discus lariat and the Endka Otoshi, the off-the-shoulder sidewalk slam. And Maika pins Waka Tsukiyama in her return match. I kind of thought Hanako might have taken the loss here, but the champion is on that team. So
Yeah.
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 So let's talk about the match first before we talk
Yes.
about what we really want to talk about here. Go ahead.
Waka. Waka, waka, waka. Waka, waka, waka. She came back with some fire lit under those feet. She hit the ground running and running fast, back and determined to pick up the a win in this one. It was so exciting to see her back. Micah, though, whew, powering through both Mina and Waka at points. I really enjoyed seeing Mina and Micah face off together, though, because the two of them were just hitting as hard as they could. And I just loved it. It was a tug of war of dominance, is what I wrote down, because Mina was trying to one up the champ, and the champ was saying, nay, nay, I say. Um, yeah, it created this very exciting vibe and energy for this match. Waka and Micah was so good, though. Waka was just given everything she had, and I absolutely loved it. I love seeing that fire in Waka, and it's something that I've missed since she was missing. Did we ever figure out why she was gone?
Ooh, which one?
Waka.
I'm guessing injury.
It would track. It would make sense.
I'm hoping it
Um,
was just an injury because anything else would just be sad.
Yeah, that's fair. The Waka ride was hilarious because she got on there and just started slapping and screaming on Micah's back, and it was like a toddler jumping on her mom. It was adorable. Um, but yeah, Waka being pinned by Micah, I didn't not expect that. What sucks is that I love Waka, but we knew that they weren't going to give her this win, which sucks. But you're absolutely right because Hanako is on the same team as a champion. We have to have that champion looking strong. That being said, though, take us into what happened after the match, sir.
So after the match is where everything really, to me, like my biggest news coming out of this show. Micah asked Waka how her first match back was. And then she says to Mina and she says to Waka that Mina was desperately trying to keep Club Venus alive. While you were gone and everybody else left. Mina says everyone left. And Waka was hurt and she was doing what she could to keep Club Venus alive. And she knows what she should do. She says Micah's alone now and that you should join Mina. Micah says she won't join Club Venus, but she will form something new with her. So this shirt is no longer valid. What the? I just got this like a month or two ago.
Vintage, vintage. It's a collector's item now.
So
Vintage,
I'm so
vintage.
mad. So mad. Yeah, and then Micah invites Hanako to be part of it. And she says and Hanako says she wants to be strong like Micah, and she will follow her. Mina says this sounds like fun. She asks Waka what she wants. Waka says she wants the new blood tag belts and asks Hanako to be her partner. And Waka is now part of this little faction here. And then Mina and Micah agreed to build something new this year. Mina then announces the return of Xena. Let's go. Xena's back, baby.
Touch of thunder.
Yes. Xena comes back. She says she's back. She says, I am back in Japanese. Mina says, let's have Xena join us too. Waka literally jumps in Xena's arms. Like, just so excited.
So cute.
I love it. And we have a new faction. They said they would reveal the name the next day, but I haven't heard anything about a new name.
I saw a couple posts come out from Mina and Micah where they were like, "Ooh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?" They're teasing us right now.
Well, the whole post online is that who's the leader. They're both saying like I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. They're kind of going like fighting over who's kind of in charge of this faction.
I mean, if we look at it from an experience standpoint, Mina's already been leading a faction in the 2023. However,
Positionally,
Positionally, Micah is she's a topper. She's on top. So, it would make sense that Micah would be the leader. That being said, though, I don't. I love Micah, but I don't see her as a teamy person now. I see her as a kind of a lone wolf. So, like, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, it seems like a very dominant faction to have started. I'm excited to see what happens, but it does suck to see Club Venus leave because boo.
Yeah.
But like, you formed a thing, and most of your members did leave, so it does kind of make sense to kind of start anew.
Well, 2 came back. That's what matters.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We're still missing half of the team, though.
Yeah, like Zaya was only there for a month.
She was there for a few.
No, her official exit date's like January 29th, their last time in Stardom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she exited pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but now we have this to look forward to, and hopefully, Mel Ball has a new entrance dance to learn.
Yeah, I want to see Micah do the dance.
That I would actually like to too. I would also like to see Waka learn this one.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. High speed title defense by Mei Seira against Fuki and Death. Mei Mei's fast as heck. Fuki tosses Mei Mei to the floor, hits her with the paper off the apron. She hits her with the title belt. Mei stopping the Death, Fuki and Death bullcrap. Fuki then the ref trying to like poke each other in the eyes. I don't know. Mei Mei comes off the back, drop kicking Fuki off the back of the ref, drop kicking Fuki. Mei hits the springboard blockbuster for 2. Fuki gets the superplex off the top, and then a second rope senton for 2. Then trade a series of roll-ups, and Mei Mei gets the snap sunset flip over. Fuki reverses the own pin. They trade pins around, trade. And Mei gets the O'Connor, or Fuki goes through the O'Connor roll. Mei reverses through, gets her own O'Connor roll, and Mei Mei gets the win at 4 minutes and 54 seconds. This is I again, it's not the character anymore. I find Fuki just boring. It's the same shit every time she's in the ring. It's an O'Connor roll. Use the paper. Do your smoking thing. Death, Fuki and Death. That's all she's got.
I mean, it's kind of the template of wrestling, though. You kind of have your signatures and your things, and you do them every match, and it's what we see in New Japan. If we don't see Hamna do a Kokeshi, did we really see Hamna at NJPW? If we don't see Makabe Togi do his little gorilla thing, did we really watch Makabe Togi,
Yes, we did. I find her just extremely like one note joke, and I'm done with it. I don't know.
It's because of the clown thing, my guy.
No, the clown thing doesn't bother me anymore. I just don't want to see her. She bores me. Go away.
I actually thought I have a different opinion about this. I thought this was the best Fuki can look. And but you can't look bad when you're in the ring with Mei Seira.
The thing is, but she usually looks bad. But you're Mei Seira, you can at least look good and decent, passable. Like Mei Seira just has that Shawn Michaels ability.
Shh. Melba liked this match. Melba thought Fukikin did great. And she kept up with Mei Mei very, very well. And this was a first for us. Did you notice? This woman wrestled so hard that her makeup actually moved. That makeup never frickin' moves. She worked so hard in this match that half of her face was smudged off. And I don't even know where it was, because May's wearing white. And it was not on Mei Mei. So, this, the beginning spot was also very funny, and it's something that I find that Mei does usually, but I don't think she's done it this functionally, where they start running the ropes, and whenever Mei would actually cross behind Fook, she would smack her on the head and kind of do a little drive-by on her. I thought that was really fun. What else? The newspaper dive I thought was cute, but that's something that Fook is always known for with the newspaper. The ref trying to poke her in the eyes was a hilarious little retaliation because she was trying to go for May, and May got out of the way. Like a little bob and weave action going on there. I feel that the skill that Fuki Kendeth actually has is really, really good. She's a really, really accomplished high speed wrestler. I just don't feel that her gimmick is a thing that can put her in a status where she could win the high speed title. I feel that her skill and ability puts her in this exact position to be challenging for it. But her ability at this point is not. I don't think she could sell the high speed championship. Like she couldn't. I don't think she could carry the division right now. But I think she's a tremendous example of the division. Yeah, the reversals at the end there were just so lightning quick, so fast. Like I don't even understand how these girls know where their hands are going. It's so crazy. But yeah, May retaining in this, the right person won. I look forward to see who she challenges or who challenges her next.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yar.
We move on. Main event of the evening, Artists of Stardom title match. It is Gadzai, Ami Saray and Mirai and Syuri taking on Stars. I don't know. It didn't do as well.
It's all caps. You really got to yell.
Stars. Hanan, Hazuki, and Mayu Iwatani. H's and M's or whatever the hell they were called during the trios. I don't know. I think that's what their trio's name was. H and M or something like that. That was their trios. Remember. That was their trio's name. I'll say this: the roads for the what? Honk.
Who are you, Goose?
No, fuck no. The robes for the Stardom ladies, or for the Stars ladies, always look phenomenal, man. They have just those elegant like gear that they wear up to the ring. I love it. Stars triple team Ami early, get the triple drop kick and Hanan splash triple two. Mirai and Ami get the dual chops to Mayu Iwatani. Mayu Iwatani gets the double arm drag on Ami and Syuri, and her and Hanan hit the in the rope drop kicks. Mayu and Haas send everyone out and hit dual suicide dives. Back in the ring, All Stars do the face wash and running boot to Gadzai on the ropes. I'm just trying to find my place again. Ami with the speed chops on the ropes to Hazuki, then gets the torture rack, puts her upside down in the corner, gets the splash to the back, and hits the sliding lariat for two. Hazuki unloading strikes to Ami, but she blocks the MX into a powerbomb style slam, but Hazuki comes right back with a suplex. Ami and Hanan trade strikes at center, then trade lariats on the ropes. Hanan gets the follow-away slam, and Ami gets the suplex and the somersault lariat. Hanan pulls a flying armbar on Mirai, but it gets broken up. Gadzai is sent to the floor, and Hanan hits a springboard cross to the floor. That looked really good. That springboard cross to the floor. The triple wheelbarrow bulldog by Stars to Mirai, and the bridging follow-away slam gets Hanan a 2. Mirai with a hard lariat to Hanan for 2. Then the SS Columbia with Michelle, but she gets rolled up for 2. And Mirai hits the Miramare shock for 2. Mayu comes in with a sling blade. Hanan rolls her up, but it gets broken up. Back drop driver bridge by Hanan to Mirai for 2. Mirai hits the lariat to Hanan. Gadzai splasher in the corner. Mirai gets another lariat. Spinning Miramare shock, and the pin gets broken up. Ami tosses Mayu over the top onto Hazuki on the floor. Gadzai hits the triple powerbomb, and Mirai hits Hanan with the running lariat to get the victory.
Yeah.
Victory!
Yes. This was a fun match. Syuri and those kicks, holy heck, they're just so bad. And by bad, I mean good. But I mean bad for whoever's taking them. Because gosh dang, and in this case, it was Mayu a lot. I really enjoyed how, like, these two, Syuri and Mayu, have been in this business for so long. They're so expressive and they're so good at what they do. when they got in there, you could see the expression on their face change. Like Suri, very serious, very go to work when she's, facing Hazuki or Hanan. But facing Mayu, there's suddenly a sense of urgency, a sense of concern that you can see on her face that's different. And the same thing happens with Mayu. I really enjoy how they do that. It makes the match very fun, very interesting, adds a new level of emotion to it. Um, Ami rocking new hair. I love how she's been kind of taking that Julia esque kind of route, especially with her hair. Not so much with her gear, but with her hair. Where, like, 1 month it's short and she's rocking that Miley mullet. And now she's back to rocking those really nice long blonde curls. It really sets her apart from not only her team, but Kasuri and Mirai looking really similar right now in this picture. But it also sets her apart from the other members in the locker room who do have that tendency to kind of stay the same. Um, the match itself was just so full of power from all of these women. Hanan doing that. What was that thing that she does? That suplex, bridging, spinny thing.
Oh, the bridging fallaway slam.
So good.
Yep.
So good. And like, how's her back handle that ish though? Like, holy hot dang, that's a whole lot of lower back lifting and then twisting and spinning. It's just so talented, that girl. Her gear is not my favorite right now. Hanan. I really like the styling of it. It's the color of it that I'm not particularly liking. I feel like it's a little too pastel-y. It's a little light on her, and it kind of like it blends in with her skin tone a little too much. I think she has a natural pink undertone. So the pink with the pink just kind of makes her look all pink. Otherwise, I really, really liked how stars, we've mentioned this in so many videos. It doesn't matter which combination of stars it is, they can always pull off their signature faction moves just effortlessly. And I feel like God's Eye doesn't have that kind of fluidity yet. They're working on it, they're getting there, but they don't have that kind of effortless fluidity that Stars has. But yeah, I felt that the right people won in this one. I actually am very curious to see what God's Eye does with the Artist of Stardom Championships.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do. They've been a great team, and I think they were the right team to move the titles to right now.
I agree.
Because, like, especially with Julia leaving, I think they were the right team to move the titles to.
I agree.
So we did get a post match. Mirai says Stars was very strong, but God's Eye won today. God's Eye will continue to defend these belts with all our hearts and soul. Ambi gets the mic, says, "Hey, Hanan." She says it a bunch of times. I'm really disappointed I didn't get the pin on you today, but I'll get my win back. I promise. Don't worry, I'll pin you for 3 soon. She grabs her by the hair. As long as you're across the ring from me, I'll keep smashing you. Next time, I'm going to destroy you in a singles match at the right time in the right place. Man, she is not happy with Hanan. So Suri gets the mic, but then Rana Yamagi shows up, and she takes the mic from Suri. Suri-san, I came here to talk to you because I came here today because I wanted to talk to you. Today, my classmate Hanako joined the unit, and Yuzuki also joined the unit. And I thought today would be a good time for me to grow even more. I want to learn by Suri's side. I also want to become stronger with God's Eye. Please let me join God's Eye. What do you all think? And I love that she's saying, I want to be part of this. I want to be stronger. Which is the opposite of Saki, who said, I want to be part of this. I want you to protect me. It's an exact opposite factor, and I love it.
Yeah.
What do you all think? Rana, I'm so happy. I've been waiting for you. She's a good fit, right? Mirai, Ami, Saki. Okay. Okay, Rana. from now on, you're in God's eye. Saki, please come to the ring as well. Today was our first artist defense, and Rana joined God's Eye, so it was a great day. Now I would like to close. God's Eye. Let's go. And then we're gonna do that, and we get the pose. Running Amagi is official. Don't lose yourself. Go beyond your limits. God's Eye, everyone. Salamat Po. I don't know what that. I think it translated weird. Thank you. It says Salamat Po. Literally SLALAMATPO.
I'm sure it means something.
It means something. I just don't. It doesn't mean anything to us. Yeah, and they pose, and everybody's happy. And God's Eye is that much stronger together.
Yay! So at the beginning, I'd mentioned I'm happy that Rana has a faction now because I felt that she I felt Hanako deserved it before Yuzuki, but I also kind of feel Rana deserved it before Yuzuki. However, I don't really know how I feel about Rana being in God's Eye though, because we got the striker in Suri, we got the striker in Mirai, you got the power in Ami, and then you got the whatever it is that Kashima does. We're kind of like tilting it with strikers. You know who doesn't really have a striker? Oedo Tai. I mean, Momo tries, but she's more of a traditional wrestler, I would say. She's not focused. I wouldn't say she's focused on her martial arts, though, in the same way that Suri and Rana are. I feel that that's something that Oedo Tai is missing, because they have everything else. So I would have liked to see her go there, but I also feel that she has a more malleable personality. And I feel like maybe they could take a maybe Narita-esque kind of route with her, groom her a bit in God's Eye and the supreme good, as you will, and then maybe have her like yeet a few months later and tricked you and I'm with Oedo Tai. You never know. That's maybe just my wishful thinking, but I am happy to see her in a faction, and a faction that's going to at least help her grow and build in here, because I think she has a tremendous future ahead of her in professional wrestling.
Very much so. Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But we've come to an end of another edition of Stardom Review.
Y'all.
Thank you all so much for joining us, Melba. Thank you for joining me here. I love you. I love you to death. But you can find this guy on X, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Hive at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. Facebook, you can find me at Andre Melba Wrestling Talk. YouTube at YouTube.com/at Andre Melba Wrestling Talk. If you are watching us on either Andre Melba Wrestling Talk or Backward Video, please give us a like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and share us out. We really would appreciate it. And if you are listening, and if you're watching us there, but you want to hear us in audio form, go over to SundanceMainEvent.com, hit the RSS feed, and subscribe to them. Lots of great content over there. Myself, Melba, love being partners with them these last couple of months. I'm getting great opportunities because I'm going to be on this Saturday doing the Royal Rumble Aftercast for the After Party show for SNME. I'm looking forward to that with Dax Xavier Josiah. I'm looking forward to getting my first conversation with the guy, other than a few messages back and forth on Facebook. So I'm looking forward to actually talking to the guy in person. So I'm gonna be there, so you can check that out. You can also go to the Patreon, the patreon.com/SNME Radio if you want to get all the great Patreon content. Lots of more new and exclusive stuff coming out this year for the Patreons of SNME Radio. You can also find me and Melba over here on Backbreaker Video. You can find us doing all the great content over there. Mike's showing all the great content at youtube.com/@Backbreaker Video. You can find all Mike's live gaming content and his AEW watch alongs at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. And if you want replays of his great gaming content, go over to youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming, where you can find him, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, and a freaking guest, Kayla J.
Love Kayla J.
You love Kayla J. And then don't forget to go to twitch.tv/our local establishment to find all the great Marvel Talk and MCU Rebound content that me and Old Ed are putting out over there. And you can find me and Mel's Japanese Wrestling Update, a shorter form show covering both Stardom and New Japan. We're going to be doing over there. We've already rolled out the first episode. The second episode will come out on Friday, January 26th. To say that yesterday, if I'm planning for this to come out on Saturday, so yesterday, I guess. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. So yeah, please check that out over there. And yeah, Melba, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melba, you can find her on the X thing at Collins Melba. You can find her on everything else: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melba Collins. You can also find her on OLE's programming, Spooky Ookie-ish, coming soon once we figure out some kinks and finks and brickety dinky dinks. Skidamarinky dinky dinks. Where we'll be talking about some weird
kinks. You said kinks. So
I said a lot of inks in there. A lot of inks. Threw me right off there. What are we talking about? We're talking about spooky stuff, where we're going to talk about spooky stuff with me. You can also find me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. Where's my ticker?
Ooh, sorry. I was distracted. Where's my ticker?
Where's my ticker? Astrid is in St. Petersburg for the Royal Rumble this weekend. So we will not be putting out an episode this week, but next week we will be putting out an episode because we got some stuff to talk about. We got ish.
Mm-hmm.
Got ish. So stick to our socials to see when that is coming out. If you're wanting to watch Stardom Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box below. It is stardom-world.com. Where's my ticker? It's 999 yen, or approximately 10 Canadian. Where are my fingers? Shout out Sean Spears. But it's more like 950, according to Mr. Jazz Hands over there. It's still an amazing price to watch some amazing women's wrestling. You can watch the show we talked about today. You can watch the show we talked about last week. You can go back and watch any Stardom stuff. You can go way back there and see Bea Priestley when she was Bea Priestley before she was Blair Davenport. You can see Piper Niven. You can see Toni Storm. All the amazing women on Stardom-World. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, are you good?
Never. I'm never
good. Do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Just thank you all for showing up. We appreciate all you guys listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Just thank you so much for being a part of this. Please keep, if you're watching on YouTube, please keep liking the video, subscribing to the channel, commenting down below, sharing us out to all your friends, family, and strangers. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Hello. And if you are listening to us on Sunday night's main event, please like the channel, subscribe, leave them some comments. Because comments do something, and give them a good rating on iTunes and Google and all the other things, because it helps. I know it helps. It helps get them shown more and more. So please help them out by doing that. And check out their Patreon at patreon.com/SNME Radio.
Is that everything, my friend?
It is.
And that being said, I am your Melba. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time.